But CA is known to be very tough. I didn't want to be stuck into a qualification for like 5 6 years. It is more easier in the terms of that you can give papers every 3 months. I would say that I was not always consistent, but I was consistent where it needed it to be.
So you understood how to manage your time between your academic and your internship.
Yes, GCC was always believed that you should manage your time in such a way that you are able to get the most out of the day. So yeah, hats out to GCC. That they're already employed in that specific field, so they could provide us real-time experience or examples that really helped us get to know that topic a lot better. It is not common for a co-founder like Pujawang to personally check on every student, like how are you doing, what's the problem, or how are you giving your marks, what is your results. So that was a very nice experience.
Welcome to yet another episode of GCC podcast. Today we have with us Aditya Saklecha,
Hello,
who's
ma'am.
our BCom International Finance ACCA student in his last semester, and he has already become an ACCA affiliate without even completing the graduation degree. Welcome, Aditya.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, Aditya, why did you choose ACCA over other professional courses?
So, ma'am, just after 12th class, it was clear to me that I wanted to get into CA. But CA is known to be very tough. I didn't want to be stuck into a qualification for like 5 6 years. And while I was exploring other courses, I pondered upon ACCA, which is when I dwelled into it, I found out that it has a vast group recognition. It is more easier in the terms of that you can give papers every 3 months. So access to the information, the study material, it was very nice. So all these qualities I really like them. So that was initially why I chose ACCA. I was saying that I've always been very happy about the decision that I made, because I've always had a dream to settle outside or do qualification something outside India. So ACCA was a very nice stepping stone towards that goal.
Aditya, you have been doing your internships along with your academics because your course is such wherein half of the day you spend in your academics and other half of the day you go for your internships. Were you able to manage both at one point?
It got a lot hectic, I would not deny that. But main cheez thi ki I would always focus on that I had to be consistent. I would say that I was not always consistent, but I was consistent where it needed it to be. So I was regular. Then one of the main key points that helped me was I used to sit at the front bench. So I always had to be attentive in the classes. Then I used to go back home to whatever was taught that day. Internships were, I chose those internships which were light. They were not that demanding. So that helped me. That flexibility helped me a lot. So yeah, that way I managed everything. So I used to take a little bit of gap, so that way I could manage my studies with internships.
Wonderful. So at any point of time, did you took a break from your internship or you did end to end from your second semester to your last one?
So I used to take a small gap for every examination. So what happens is, for a June attempt, you will not get your results till July 15th. So I used to always work till 15th or 20th July, or I didn't know what the result was. Then as soon as I passed that examination, I used to take a small break, or used to manage my workload in such a way that I was not there at my internship for more than like 4 5 hours. So that way I could focus more on my academics.
Wonderful. So I should say time management was your key for success.
Yes.
So you understood how to manage your time between your academic and your internship.
Yes, GCC helped me a lot in that way, because GCC was always believed that you should manage your time in such a way that you are able to get the most out of the day. So yeah, hats out to GCC for that.
Thank you. At any point of time, did you feel demotivated or underestimated yourself?
There was few moments that I can recall, majorly because I was always inclined towards finance people. I was very curious about papers that involved more practical implementation than theoretical. So for papers like AAA, it was very unnerving for me. But usme bhi I gave my best. I knew that I had a proper system planned for it. So I used to always fall back on my system, and I can study these papers. I know my capabilities, and through that I used to always stick on my system and carry on with all my academics.
Sir, it was self motivation. You pushed yourself to achieve that goal. Is that so?
Yes, but it's a good thing that all my friends are pursuing the same course. So I used to fall back on them also, that I am facing this problem. I cannot get this right. What am I supposed to do? So that was a good comforting. experience.
How did GCC mentors help you guide through this journey?
So one good thing about DC mentors are that they're already employed in that specific field, so they could provide us real time experience or examples that really helped us get to know that topic a lot better. So in that way, and it is not common for a co-founder like Poojaval to personally check on every student, like how are you doing, or what's the problem, or how are you giving your mocks, what is your results. So that was a very nice experience. So it really helped me through all the problem that I was facing. I could get my mocks checked very fast. I could know what the problem is, what examiner is really demanding out of that answer, and I'm not able to get that right. So eventually I kept on practicing and kept on improving.
Okay. So, which ACCA paper you found most difficult and why?
Yeah, like I said, AAA was the most unnerving of them all. So yeah, because it is majorly theoretical, I was not always the best at accounts and audit. So I found it a little difficult. But yeah, as I said, I had a proper process that I used to follow. I used to be in constant contact with Mega Ma'am, who tell me what I was doing wrong or what are the areas that I need to improve on. I used to use AIs for small answers that really helped the process. So yeah, in that way I could manage that exam.
All right. So, what advice would you like to give Aditya to the future ACCA aspirants?
So one advice would be to be more extrovert when you need something. You ask the people, because if you don't ask, you will not get answers to. So reach out to people who know better. You'll learn a lot just by reaching out and asking for a help. That way, yes. So that would be a very simple advice, but a very effective one, I would say.
Aditya, what were your key strategies during that last month of your preparation for your ACCA final exams?
So the last month would be focused majorly on practice, practice, practice. So one thing that students don't normally do is they review their answers just as they've finished it. So I used to finish my answer. Then Kaplan has examiner's interaction. So it talks about what the examiner wanted out of this question. So usually students miss that. So I used to review the answer that the examiner has given me, the comments that he has placed that this answer was good because this included this. So I used to constantly correct my answers, and that was just a process of trial and error that I followed, and eventually I got my answers the way I wanted them to.
So, which study material did you refer for your preparation?
Majorly it was Kaplan because it was a lot more extensive. But yeah, I used to fall back regularly on StudyUp because it was the newest data that needed to be implemented in the answers.
All right. So, Aditya, now you have become an ACCA affiliate.
Yeah.
I believe there are few months left to become an ACCA member.
Yeah.
So, what are your future plans?
So just when I started ACCA, I always knew that this is a huge stepping stone in my professional career. ACCA has its foot in both the doors of finance and accounts and audit. So I've always been keen towards finance. So wanted to do something in that field only. So I'm now pursuing CFA level 1.
Okay, great.
That way ACCA has helped me because it has always already given me the knowledge that I need for CFA level 1. It is a lot easier now. So yeah.
Wonderful. All the very best, Aditya, and thank you for joining us in the podcast.
Thank you so much, man.